Hello and welcome back to another After Effects episode. My name is Muhammad Amir. Today's episode we are gonna be create lower third that you can use with your any video footage. This lower third something look be like this. Alright, so I'm in After Effects. I have set up a composition 1920 by 1080 and duration is 10. Frame rate is 29.97. I'm using Full HD. You can choose your own settings. Hit OK. I already have import the background and YouTube logo. First click on the background and let me drag into the composition. Alright, perfect. Now make another composition for your icon. Let me unlock the aspect ratio and the size is 400 by 400 pixels. You can choose any size you want and then hit OK. This composition will be goes for our icon. Let me drag the icon here and press the S key from your keyboard. If you don't switch this thing, right click here or go to columns and click on the swatches. Alright, let me drag something like this and then make a background solid with the same color and then hit OK. Let me drag this solid under the logo. Perfect. Now we are going to close this for a moment and then click here and import this into your composition. Press the S key from your keyboard and just scale it down. Maybe something like 70%. Okay, perfect. Now we are going to make a mask for this. Click on the rectangular tool here, then click and drag. Something like this. I'm not using any stroke, just the fill color. And let me rename it Mask Icon. Alright. Now we are going back to toggle switches and click on the icon. Make sure your mask above at the icon layer. Then click here the track matte and use alpha mask. Okay, perfect. Now click here, hit the P button from your keyboard, then right click here and separate dimensions. Now you have separate X and Y values. Alright, let me hide this for a moment. And this as well. Alright, now we are playing with only X-axis. Click here to make a keyframe and drag it something around maybe 15 frames. And then drag it to the negative value. Maybe like this. Select both keyframe, right click, keyframe assistant and easy ease keyframe. You can hit the F9 button from your keyboard. Then click here on the little icon graph editor. Now click on this little button, fill all graph to view. Just select this last node and drag it something like this. Now I am basically slow down my animation at the end. Let's take a ramp review. Okay, it's a bit fast. I need to slow it down. Just drag the last keyframe. Okay, that's look perfect. Now we are going to make our text. Right click here, new and text, and let me type subscribe. You can use any font you want. I'm using Helvetica for this purpose. I'm going with regular Helvetica. And then hit Ctrl D from my keyboard to duplicate the subscribe. And now here I'm going to paste my YouTube channel link. Okay, perfect. Now we are going to make another mask for this text. Alright, let me rename it Mask for the subscribe, and then hit the Ctrl D button from your keyboard to make a duplicate. Now let me call it link. Alright, now I am going to arrange the mask. Subscribe should be at the top of subscribe and the mask link at the top of your link. Now we are using our track mat. Select the subscribe and come here, and as you do early, select alpha mat. Perfect. Now same thing with link. Okay, perfect. Now select the both of these layers and hit the P button from your keyboard. As your animation goes end here, make a keyframe and drag it to the 2 second, and now drag something like this. Perfect. Select these keyframes, right click, keyframe assistant and easy ease. Open your graph editor. And now let me just select the subscribe. Alright, now we are going to take a ramp preview. Okay, this is not looking good. Select these layers and just drag it to the under your icon layer. Alright, now take a ramp preview. Perfect. But we need to reposition these two titles. Select both, hit the P button, right click, and then separate dimensions. As we are going to working with X axis only, so we need to uncheck Y for this, and then again right click here, separate dimensions, and uncheck the Y value. Oops, sorry, it's my mistake. Let me undo. Okay, perfect. Now we are going to select this value and go to graph editor and select our graph and make it something like this. Same for this. Select the last keyframe and click on this handle and make something like this. Okay, perfect. Now we are exit our graph editor and let me take a ramp preview. Okay, perfect. This looks great. You can change anytime your font and your other things, like if I'm going to change here. Thanks for watching, and it's worked perfect. And if I want to change my icon here, so we can change also. I'm just giving you the reference. You can experiment with your own logos and your own shapes. Okay, let's make something like a fun. Great. If we come back here, everything will be updated immediately. Thanks for watching my tutorial. If you like this, please subscribe, and if you have any question about this video, please ask in the comment section down below. My name is Mohammad Amir. See you next time.